Hi, hello, welcome to the Consularship brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for a channeled reading. Okay, I'm getting this energy of Alakshmi, or I'm hearing Mahadevi, so there could also be Mohini in there. But it's Alakshmi, the opposite of wealth. It's the evil stepsister, the one that is a nebulous black cloud. They do that malangria negroso, the dark splotchiness in the aura. I'm hearing the word nebulous, okay? And there's this narrative that I'm picking up on right now about us being like chosen, favored, blessed, anointed, highly favored. And there's this energy of like hatred and a little bit of evil, which is life spelled backwards, live spelled backwards, by the way. But there's also this inability to connect into love, inability to be unified. It's the wanting to be separate, wanting to be different, wanting to be against the favored or the perceived favored, and those do exist in family systems. So it's a little bit inimical. It has a little bit of Satan energy with it. There's also Niriti, okay, that I'm getting with that death card, Nritti. So let's just get in here, fit in here, see what we got going on. Somebody could have their Venus in Scorpio. We have the death card, Morte, Empress card, Queen of Swords, the Six of Cups. Somebody could have their Sun in Scorpio. Somebody could have their, give me a moment. Okay, we need the chair to go down this a little bit. Somebody could have their Sun in Scorpio. Okay, uncomfortable. Somebody could have their Venus in Scorpio. Somebody could have their Venus conjunct the moon, especially in the eighth house or in Scorpio. Somebody could have moon in Libra, really. If the moon is in Libra, this is actually okay for them. There's this energy of us being chosen, Six of Cups. There's this energy of us being highly favored, blessed, joined, chosen, and anointed, Six of Cups, Empress. We also have cultivated something. Whatever gifts we were given, we refined, we made beautiful, we're loving, caring, generous, and kind. We multiply things around us, especially relationships. There's an affinity towards us. And there's this other energy of having had losses. So they may be going through some austerity. Queen of Swords, Death card. This could be Chambasi, specifically Dongquan. The Oshun energy that's gone through a loss. They may be widowed. They may be living an active punishment either for the generation. They may have inherited a generational curse. This feels like somebody that was chosen early in life and they didn't handle their duties properly, so much so that they were punished also in life, not in the afterlife, which is a blessing still to receive a punishment while you're still in the body, because there's a double crown here, though. So I'm detecting more because when I said, they're being punished while they're still living, yes, and it's more of needing to live a punishment. So they're kind of the sacrificial lamb. If they can eke out a good life, having it be austere, Queen of Swords is austere. Now, there's another narrative here because there's something about their generation or their lineage or something like that where um, okay, I'm hearing Dongquan. They've had to, it's the Chamba, the Oshun that's had to do something, punishment or austere or something where it's a burden and they're walking around with a burden outside of the normal Oshun duties. Because Oshun different than Yemaya, Chamba different than Mamiwata. It's, this energy gets attacked for its beauty a lot. This energy sometimes loses their beauty. Sometimes they're fetishized or hunted or opposed openly, and that can include defamation, slander. You know, sometimes they end up doing it to themselves or doing it to others. And also there's this energy, but then out of all those different Oshun children, Chamba children, Chambasi we call them, there's one lineage where I'm here Moba, Mosa, Fulani, Teheria, Dunkwan. So it's one of those either widow or slave descendancy. And you know, some Black people owned other Black people. I don't really want to talk about this, but there's some karma that follows this lineage, and it's cemetery. So you know, another word for that would be gede. So when I came in, I was hearing Lakshmi. We should talk a little bit about Danava, Diti, Denu. It stands for the abyssal void, really. It talks about an energy that is around at the time of creation, and it's just as powerful as those deemed righteous or godly or virtuous. It is overlooked, it's dismissed. And sometimes there's an energy of like understanding one's glory once the time for recognition has been passed, you know. Once a job is once begun, never leave it till it's done. Be the job good or small, do it well or not at all. Youth is wasted on the young. Youth is wasted on the young. Sometimes you don't know what you had until you lost it. So there's a narrative here with this individual. And then we do have, you know, Scorpio and Libra energy. It's very strong here. We also have Leo, Leone, Gemelli, Gemini, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. So we've secured a spot. And it may be because this other energy was planting the seed. They had some kind of strategy that we kind of overcame. We actually found sanctuary and refuge despite these agendas, this collaboration, this conspiracy. And over the next 3 months, we're going to be finding strength, courage, and wisdom. We're going to be finding emotional fortitude. We're also going to be working either to enter into some society, maybe a chosen society, maybe some type of coven, cabal, clique that's righteous in its nature. Maybe we're going to be added into a group, a network. Maybe we're going to be working on some kind of soulmate union with the Empress and the Lovers card. Somebody could also have their Venus in, yeah, I'm hearing Gemelli, 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 Gemelli. That's Gemini. And Leone, there's some, so also they could be attacking either our fifth and third house, which is a very specific type of magic, or we might have one of those signs in that house. For instance, if we have Gemini on the fifth house, that would be an Aquarius rising. If we have Leo on the fifth house, that would be a Aries rising. If we have Leo on the third house, that would be a Gemini rising. If we have, again, Gemini on the third house, that would be a Aries rising. So it's the Sag rising energy, which if you're not, it could also be we learn by where we go to play. So when there's an attack or when there's a conflict or when there's crossing, conundrum, competition, contestation, when there's cascading cacophony of compounding karma, we tend to learn through what we go through, meaning we grow through what we go through. And having attacks or having animosity or having opposition actually tends to elevate us and bless us. That's something that destroys the enemy's mind. It makes them go, loquita. They get some crazy delulu. It's just stupid. There's also this energy here of being like a wounded healer. It hasn't come out yet, but I'm doing math. So in the wounded healing energy, like our messes become a message, our tests become a testimony, and it agitates. About 6 months ago, I started having all these downloads, and this is self-disclosure, where like enemies, it's been happening for like the last 5, maybe 6 years, but I understood just recently, late last year, like people that I stopped talking to or people that I moved on from, they started saying like, oh, you're strong, or oh, you really overcome a lot, or boy, you've gone through a lot and you're still kicking, or whatever. So what that taught me is that sometimes the jealousy, the animosity could also be that we're not suffering the way somebody intended us to suffer. And that's a whole narrative that the darkness does. Danu, Danava, Diti, Alakshmi, Niriti, they would, well, maybe not Niriti, but they would do that. They would plan or sow seeds of demise and find pleasure in our suffering. The real thing is that somebody wants to inflict upon us what they experience. We might not have done it to them, but that means there's a jealousy about how we're coming up, how we're bossing up, how we're leveling up, how we're handling up. We are chosen. We have secured our chosen spot. And there's an agenda somewhere else that they need to work on that. And part of us being targeted is that they want to get part of what we have through seeing our demise, or through involving our energy, or through pretending to be us. And there's this indestructibility here that it keeps being, studied or referred to or dealt with. Or we have the Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Pentacles, Hierophant. So about a week ago, the tables turned. We begin to level up in some kind of way. We stepped into God duties and obligations. There's also a little bit about Saturn in the sign of Taurus or in the second house. So, karma is either over or coming towards. There's some karma around our values and about what we're holding on to, especially money, finances. Lemon, ginger, turmeric tea. So somebody could have their moon in Taurus. Somebody could have an Aquarius rising here. So for an Aquarius rising, we would be dealing with a come up. Aquarius and Pisces, it's their season for a few weeks. This year, at this time, in time space, in the timeline, Pisces and Aquarius during the Aquarius season right now are having a come up. For Pisces, a lot of the things that they haven't been able to reach, they haven't been able to think about, they haven't been able to understand, they're being illuminated, elucidated, enlightened beyond them. Some issues going on are being taken care of on their behalf. With Aquarius, their life path is being rewritten. We all have that kind of season. It's just right now, it's the season for Aquarius and Pisces rising specifically. But you see, we are chosen and it's our time. The window of opportunity is opening up for us. And there's been an energy opposing us that's put a lot of time, energy, effort, and attention into doing something. They might be trying to shield themselves under our protection. They might be trying to break through our protection. They might be trying to create something out of our energy. Emperor, Knight of Pentacles, Chariot, Nine of Pentacles, Knight and Nine of Pentacles. So let me talk a little bit about this. Firstly, we may have a Taurus rising. Unlikely, probably more Mars than Taurus. But if there's a Taurus rising, this would be somebody born between May 11th and May 21st. Some rare places of the world, typically places that are really either super cold or super hot. Mostly super cold. If you live in a super cold place, it could be May 12th through May 22nd. Others of us, we're going to be dealing with somebody that has Saturn in the first house of Taurus, meaning Saturn comes in their aura. If they haven't spiritualized, they become diabolical eventually. Satanic. Satanists definitely attack a person's resources. It's the Luciferians that tend to attack a person's self-worth and value and status. So we have this energy here of a successive amount of launched attacks. It's just that we are stable and secure. And this energy doesn't like that. They want to maybe tear us up, tear us down, topple us over, something of that nature. I don't understand. I don't know. We have new enmity, meaning we're some kind of target that won't die. We're like big game for them that they can't seem to catch. They can't seem to track our movements or understand our patterns, so they can't keep us in their crosshairs. That's what I'm getting. And also, it doesn't matter because we've been using this energy to build or la-di-da, yada yada. We are becoming initiated. It's just a late arrival. The window of opportunity took some time to open. We might have been waiting for quite some time. Yeah, there was some waiting. There needed to be a process of maturity. And there's something here very precious, but it comes with strings attached. And it's almost as if I'm getting a little bit of manipulation, like a lure or bait or a tactic. I don't entirely understand. And so since I don't, let us move on. But the reason that we're chosen is because we've secured our spot. And it's because we are spiritual. Our experience, our wisdom, there's some kind of maturity paying out of that. And it took a long time. It took a long time for us to come online in terms of love. It took a long time for us to um, figure things out in terms of navigating harsh energies. There's even a little bit of love here. And we're approaching union in some kind of sense. The union is here. It's just, it's going to take a moment to anchor in the physical. Okay, I just tapped into a narrative. So there's love here. Somebody's feeling very tender and they're needing to kind of distract themselves until we have a reunion. I don't know why a person doesn't just go directly towards a union. However, we do have delays here with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the delayed arrival. Page of Swords is a late message, receiving a message. You know, the death row, pardon, 10 minutes too late. Isn't it ironic? Oops. And don't you think? Yeah, so something's going on. We're in the last bit of winter season. So we're in that conservation space that doesn't feel bad anymore. We either got frostbite and the limb fell off, and so we're at risk of death anyways, or we no longer want or crave for the thing that we might have lost or that's suspended or suppressed. Also, we inside might have gone into a winter state. That's cocoon, hibernation. So we've just retreated to the Lord, is what I'm getting, because there's a lot of unknown here. And up until recently, we weren't able to get anything but a small offer, and that would have not even just been settling. We wouldn't be getting what we deserved. And we have the Empress and the Emperor out, and it's interesting because they're at opposing sides here. It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free fly. This can't take. I think I butchered the words. Okay, so there is some kind of being alone. Remember, I said we went to be alone with the Lord. You know what that is that the ancestors are here. Okay. And life is a funny, funny way. There is some creep in here with the Knight of Pentacles. It can also mean that something's been a long time in standing, not with the Wheel of Fortune. It's a window of opportunity opening up, but it took a while to come. And it's almost as if something, someone, energy, entity, ideology got access to our intimate space. With the Chariot here, we talk about the fourth house. But you see, what they're running into is receipt. Whatever they're doing right now is going to leave receipts. The funny thing is, whatever anybody's going to try to do to us today, they're going to be judged for. They might have been able to avoid detection, but they're on their last leg. There's no continuing. They're on their last leg. You see what I'm saying? So, oops. It's now time to go towards that thing that we've been hoping, wishing, and praying. If we're looking for a glow up, an overnight success, it's going to happen. If we're looking for a level, it's going to happen. Life is a funny way. Yeah, somebody might have their sun in Cancer or in Aries. They're the Three of Cups. It's Mercury in Cancer. Yeah, you have the Eight of Wands. The Temperance is not out, neither the Magician. So it's just something speeding up, expanding. We have the King of Swords with the Moon. Okay, I've seen. And the Six of Wands. So we won. We won. A decision's being made. The heavens are going to turn things around. This is the message from the Oversoul. The ministering angel is delivering the message. Love is here, so is twin mate, soul flame. I mean, la 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 la. Excuse me. That was kind of amusing to me. Soulmate twin flame, not twin flames. Not twin mate soul flame. It's soulmate twin flame. That was funny. Yeah, we've won here. This is a victory. It seemed like there was a lot of projection onto us, energy hiding behind the scenes. Something was unmanifest. Latent is the word for that. With the King of Swords Moon, we found some type of militaristic, tactical, technical, skillful way to confront something with the Moon card. And it was expanding and engaging and getting in the flow of energy with people, places, and things. Three of Cups, Eight of Wands, is supposed to double Mercury. And also this militaristic, tactical, technical, whatever, what have you. It brought growth, expansion, vitality, remuneration, enumeration, enlightenment, healing, expansion. And what that was is that we had some kind of spiritual initiation where we were enshrined in grace and ennoblement. So there's this energy here of receiving the last few missing pieces. We were already chosen, we were already cleaned up, our energy was clear. And we also have the King and Queen of Swords. So there are two people here in a connection that are either going through separation, they're going through some hardship together, or they're opposing each other in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. This is about waiting, but waiting in a good place, having things to do while we wait. Somebody is waiting, they're hoping, wishing, praying, conjuring up something from the past. Well, no, they're conjuring up something for the future, having been dedicated to the past, okay? And they're waiting for something to mature, something to evolve, something to be over. And it's Guan Hapan. I just keep falling into a narrative. There's this communication where the two people are kind of spilling their beans. They're sharing intimately. But this is my past. This is what I went through. This is how I arrived at the place that I am. Here's the trauma I've recently come out from underneath of. This is what I had to learn. These were the lessons that taught me on the other side. This is what I'm looking for. This is how I'm getting what I need out of this world. Here's what I'm trying to plan, what I'm fixing to do. That's what's going on over here. Over here is the masculine, over here is the feminine. Funnily enough, that's usually how it works. That's how I read the cards. Unless it's an official reading. For the open readings, that's how I read the cards. For an official reading, the feminine is always closer to the moon, which is the left. The masculine is always closer to the right. This is where the sun is at. But for the open readings or the channeled readings, channeled readings, the way that that works is that this spot is us, this spot here is them, because in the dark is where we don't know, and then in the light is where we do know. So for a channeled reading, this would be us here. Empress is over here. For a channeled reading, this would be them here. Emperor is over here, la Imperatore. Now, for those of us watching who are male identified or bodied assigned, male assigned or identified, if we're a man and we're watching, we would be the Empress. The reason is that we're not taking so much action, or we're not so extroverted, or we're in our creativity nurturing space. Okay. If we are a man and we're attached to a female, identified or assigned, they're in their active place. They might be running some kind of empire. They may have a big job. They may be doing big business, big business. Also, they may be a little bit more dominant. We may be the supportive spouse and they may be the one cutting it up out there in the world. So there's a mystery over love here, and there was some need to confront some things, and we are the ones who had to confront some things. What that is, I don't know. How that is, I don't know. So Imperatore Neberacice. Okay, so a message from the other side. They're moving in secret. There's something here. We have the Queen and King of Cups here. So, but, ooh, I love baby making. Excuse my language. But King and Queen, Gran Signore la Metrice with Bambino. And Bambino is a Seven of Pentacles, Sette Denari. So in this deck, La Vera Sabia Diario Oracolo, it means, by Los Carabello, it means that seeds have been planted, Seven of Pentacles. We have it here with the Hierophant. That's Saturn in the second house, Saturn in Taurus. it's some kind of spiritual, in a spiritual plan. Spiritual plan's well laid, especially if it morphs into a Nine of Pentacles, or either we have the Hierophant or the Mundo, the world out. So this is some kind of moving in secret. This agenda, this agenda involves love, somebody's affections. And Lo Constanza, that was my mom's name, Constantina. So I love this because it means the love is evermore. It's evergreen here, this love. Okay, but there's some grosso here. Something is a secret or private or sturdy or cozy. And we have the lovers here. So that is a union, a soulmate union. What is this chariot with the Three of Cups? Okay, so something is stable and sturdy. Okay, so there has been some issues. Excuse me, perdón. There's been some issues. However, we got everything lined up. We got all our ducks in a row. Okay, mercante. We got everything lined up. That's the King of Pentacles. We're ready to make a commitment. Disgrazia can mean disgrace, or it could mean in the midst of chaos, a solution emerges. That does happen because we have the sun and the moon. That's a mystery being revealed, or somebody who's melodramatic. We don't have the Queen of Wands. We don't have a preponderance of moon. It's not melodrama. Is it something was hidden, or there was a dark night of the soul? Okay. So the solution is this reunion so that we can deliver a message. We have the message in hand, or so I believe. Let's confirm. Yeah, Costanza. It's true. It's true. It's vero. Okay, reunione, it means that we're coming back together, or there'll be a joyful encounter. I didn't realize we had a double queen, so we're vying for a spot here, or there's two sides to this. It literally could be that something's going on two different fronts. I'm not really getting battle, even though we have Il Carro, the chariot here. And we have a double six. Okay, so what's this pair of queens? Another queen came. Maritata is La Donna Maritata, it's like the nurturer, the nurturing mother. So we're nurturing these affections that we have. We may be an admirer, but they're not going anywhere right now. We're kind of stuck in the friend zone, and it would appear that we've got to move in secret, or we may do something foolish. Now, this is very, very precious. It does have strings attached, which could be positive or negative. That's another thing with the moon and the sun. It could be like male, female, lover's card, emperor, empress, lover's card. It's union, it's sacred union of divine counterparts. So it would mean either or, and we have all of the above. It would mean sun, moon, lover's card, there it is. Or, and that's Jupiter. That's when the lover's card represents Jupiter. Or it would be Mars, Venus, and that's when the lover's card equals Mercury. So we have all of the above. So when you have all of the above, it brings in the energy of Neptune, which is Lord Vishnu. And then you have Donna Maritata Lamante. So Lamike means, Lamante means the affection, the admirer, the not so secret here. And that's why this is precious, because, yeah, okay, we can nurture a friendship, but why don't we try to nurture the love? I mean, personally, another self-disclosure, I do that. I'd rather try to be lovers first and then be friends later, because it's not going to be the other way around for me. And that's uncommon. Most people would prefer to be friends first. That's not how my personality style or my energy works. So in the privacy, something is going to take a turn. And luckily, this is not that bad. Something suddenly is going to shift to talking about this budding opportunity here. Okay, what's this double six, please? A message from the other side, pensiero, and it's another six. So somebody is thinking about, they're ready for love, and that's what they want. I want to check one more thing. What's this Six of Cups with the Death card? That's Sun and Scorpio. We definitely have Sun and Scorpio here. That could be a Scorpio midheaven. Again, that's an Aquarius rising. Something's over. The window of opportunity is opening up because something got cleared away. We had to purge something. It happened through a confrontation of the dark night of the soul. We went to the depths of our subconscious and we confronted the things deep alive in us. Previously, there was some amalato, malady, sickness, even death coming, and we had to put it to bed. There was an ego death that needed to be processed and accepted. I keep hearing this song. I don't cry when my dog runs away. I don't get angry at the bills I have to pay. Love is what I got. Oops. Remember that. Love is what I got. So remember that. Let's just shuffle that. Oh, I was just told no. Okay. Yeah, so there's some sickness, but it's coming to an end because we're moving into nurturing space. Okay, we're putting to bed this malady, this amalato, this sickness, this pre-death. It's being put to bed. We're going to our Fanchula space where we want to lift off. Okay, we have the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. So that's inner worth, self-value, hidden value. There's something here. Okay, so the truth is that one party in this connection was either holding on to some hurt feelings or acting against the union. Also, it could have been that there was an attachment here. There might have been a third party that was involved in gossip. Or there might have been a moment where they had to be oppositional. Okay, the King of Swords can put a block, and there is the King and Queen here. So there may have been a conflict in the past that's no longer a conflict. It's not coming up. The only thing that is coming up is that these people are not lovers right now. They're kind of separated. That the future is about to change. It is a long time in coming. And we were the one who changed. They're the ones still coming, getting over something. But they worked it out. And they have a very, very strong foundation. Queen of Pentacles, Emperor with the Strength card. That's indestructibility with the Death card there as well. And it's a change. They changed the job, they changed the role, they changed responsibilities. Duties, obligation to take some type of oath, Hierophant. And we'll get the message pretty soon the next time we see them. It's here. It's been approaching and it's here. There was one more thing. We have the sun in the four. Somebody may have their sun in Capricorn or be in Aries rising as well. Somebody made room for this and it didn't happen. We had to put something to bed. We're the one that needs to put something to bed. The solution needs to come to the other person because they're already ready. They're under the impression that there's some type of conflict. There was one more thing to check here, so I'll check it. We also have this Taurus rising energy or Mars in Taurus. There is an admirer, but they're slow and timid, or there's a slow moving. It's taking a while to get the message that um, there's some affection here. It's taking a while to get the message, but there's definitely affection here. King of Cups. There's definitely Knight of Cups. There's definitely a message here. There's definitely a message here. I'm glad I checked that energy. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. This was a reading about a previous conflict, about getting into love, and a previous conflict between the lovers. There was some kind of separation. Now, at the start of this connection, there were outside energies, mainly gossip and mainly on our side. So, to be honest, we might not have been engaged in gossip. We might have just shared too much. Or when we talked about the feelings, we were turned down. It could have even been that we turned these feelings down and we decided to friend zone. But now something is situated. There's the other side made changes. The other side made room. And it's time. It's a convergence. We need to meet in the middle and do something because it's getting a little depleted. It's getting a little basic. It's getting a little boring. It's getting a little petty because there's an opportunity. There's a blessing at the gate. I have a feeling that the next time we run into this person, it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. And there's something about us that's virginal, fanchula. It can mean that we're single. It could mean something that we've never done before. It could mean that we're going to get an invitation to play, go out on a date, come to a party, something like that. And it hasn't been moving, but it's ripening. It's like a fruit ripening on the vine. Okay, we definitely have something here. It's been suppressed a little bit, but now it's coming up out of that. So this is a green light. This is a green light. Okay. Also, the other side is going to have an awakening that leads to a green light. This is an awakening that leads to a green light. It's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me to do so. Take good care. Just a quick prayer. Just a quick prayer to all those still lost out there, to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost somewhere in the matrix, trapped in the seas of time, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to a splendid grace of the divine and unconditional loving universal oneness. Ho'oponopono, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I pray that your steps are ordered, path illuminated, and that you return with salvation and redemption. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be whole. May you be at peace. May you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dhanava, and ashe. Sayonara, batsudani, avida zain, adiva derchi, adios. Ciao.